Thomas Edison was born in 1847 in Milan, Ohio. He was the youngest of 7 children. His family later moved to Port Huron, Michigan, in 1854. They had a simple life. Edison's mother taught him at home because he did not go to school much. He loved reading and learning on his own. From a young age, he was very curious about how things worked. He enjoyed doing small experiments at home. His interest in science grew as he got older. Though he had little formal education, he became skilled at solving problems. As a child, Edison suffered from hearing problems. Some say he lost much of his hearing due to an illness called scarlet fever. Others believe it was due to ear infections. He could not hear well in one ear and was almost deaf in the other. Still, he did not let this stop him. He found other ways to communicate and focus on his work. Edison felt his poor hearing helped him concentrate. He believed that because he could not hear well, he was less distracted. This allowed him to work harder on his ideas. As a young boy, Edison worked on trains selling newspapers and snacks. He earned money and used it to buy equipment. This job helped him learn about business and sales. One day, he saved a child from an accident. The child's father was thankful and taught Edison telegraphy. This gave Edison a new skill and helped him later in life. Edison loved science. At home, he did many experiments with chemicals and telegraphy. He wanted to understand how things worked and improve machines for better use. Selling newspapers on trains made Edison curious about printing. He started his own small newspaper. This was his first step into publishing and early business success. While working on telegraphs, Edison studied how messages were sent fast. This deepened his love for science. He spent nights reading and learning about new inventions. His interest in chemicals and machines grew with time. He always looked for ways to improve tools and systems. His experiments sometimes caused trouble, but taught him new things. Edison's first invention was the electric vote recorder. He got a patent for it in 1869. The device helped record votes faster, but people did not want to use it. Since his first invention was not successful, Edison focused on telegraph systems. He worked on a device called the quadruplex telegraph, which could send 2 messages at once. In 1874, Edison sold the quadruplex telegraph to Western Union for $10,000. This was his first major success, and he used the money to start his own company. Edison had good business skills. After selling the telegraph device, he started a company for new inventions. He worked with many inventors and experts. His company helped him improve his research. He set up a lab where he could test and build new ideas. This helped him create better and more useful inventions. He always looked for ways to improve communication and electricity. His teamwork and science skills helped him become a well-known inventor in America. In 1876, Edison built a research lab in Menlo Park, New Jersey. It was a large lab with many workers. This was the first big lab made for inventing new things. Many inventions were created at Menlo Park. Edison led a team of workers who helped him with research. He wanted to improve many technologies and create new ideas. One of the most famous inventions from this lab was the phonograph. The phonograph could record and play sound. It was the first device that could do this. The phonograph was invented in 1877. It used a needle to record sound on a surface and then play it back. People were amazed by this new machine. Before the phonograph, nothing could record and play sound. This invention made Edison very famous. He became known as the Wizard of Menlo Park. People were excited about the phonograph. Newspapers wrote about it, and many wanted to see it. Edison showed the phonograph to important people, such as the U.S. president. Edison continued working on new inventions. He wanted to improve the phonograph and find other uses for it. Many businesses became interested in this invention. Over time, the phonograph was used for music and communication. Later, improved versions of this device helped create record players and audio systems. Thanks to Edison and his team, technology grew quickly. Menlo Park became famous for new ideas, and his lab changed the way inventions were made. Before Edison, many tried to make a good light bulb. Some bulbs worked, but they did not last long. They used too much power or broke quickly. This was a big problem. Edison worked hard to make a better light bulb. He found a way to make a strong filament that did not burn out fast. His bulb lasted much longer than others before it. After making a good bulb, Edison wanted to bring light to many homes. He built power stations to send electricity to houses and businesses. This changed how people lived. People were excited about Edison's bulb. With electric light, houses were brighter and safer. Candles and oil lamps were not needed as much anymore. Edison did not stop with the light bulb. He worked to make sure electricity could reach many places. He made the first electric power system in New York City. The power system used wires to carry electricity. Many homes started using electric lights. This was the start of modern electric lighting in cities. Before Edison's system, electricity was hard to use in homes. His idea helped make power easy and safe to use. Cities could now have streetlights and electric lamps indoors. Edison's power station used direct current, or DC. This type of electricity moved in one direction. It was different from alternating current, or AC. Later, AC became more common because it could travel far. But Edison's work started the way people use electric light today. His ideas changed the world forever. Edison created the kinetoscope, a device to watch short films. It was an early way to see moving pictures. People looked through a small window to watch the films. Later, Edison made improvements in sound technology. He worked on microphones, making them better for telephones. The new design used carbon, which improved sound quality. Besides films and microphones, Edison also worked on batteries. He tried to create better batteries for different uses. He also studied rubber to find better materials. Edison's kinetoscope helped people enjoy moving pictures before modern movies. It allowed only one person to watch at a time. People visited arcades to see short films. His work on microphones made telephones clearer. He improved earlier designs by using carbon. This helped people understand speech better over long distances. Edison also researched batteries to make them last longer. He wanted stronger, more useful batteries. He believed such batteries would be important for new inventions. Thomas Edison became friends with Henry Ford, the famous car maker. They both loved new ideas and worked together. They traveled and spent time learning from each other. Edison spent winters in Florida, where he had a home. He liked doing research on plants there. He wanted to find a better way to make rubber for car tires. Edison was very famous and got many awards for his work. People respected him for his many great inventions. He changed the world with his ideas and hard work. Thomas Edison passed away in 1931 at his home in New Jersey. He had suffered from diabetes, which led to his death. His funeral was attended by many people. Edison's inventions are still important today. The light bulb, phonograph, and motion pictures changed the way people live and work. His work shaped the modern world. Edison did not work alone. He had many workers and scientists who helped him. His way of organizing invention labs became a model for future research centers. One of his biggest impacts was making electricity available for homes and businesses. His power stations helped bring electric light to many people. Edison's ideas led to the growth of new industries. The film, music, and electric power industries were all changed by his work and inventions. People remember Edison as one of the greatest inventors. Many schools, companies, and places are named after him to honor his contributions.